I would like to, now seriously, based on my resource, before a while, I think it's more than 1 year, and I just remember it. And there is certain, this is based on my resource, of course. I was taught, not regardless, I'm imagining thing or this, no, it's first degree resource or second degree. He said he knows about someone told him about me, so he knew about me. This is the word, and he said the following. And he said there are no Sunnis in Iran. All Sunnis should get out of Iran. He said this. So he's from the so-called Shiite, and he said so of course he's talking about Ishmaelian territory. All Sunnis must be get out of Iran. Is this acceptable? To kick all Sunnis of Iran if he doesn't want the so-called Shiite? I don't want the so-called Shiite. No, this is a joke. You're bringing a curse on yourself. No, so-called Shiite outside. Outside. I have explained why, and I said the truth. Now, this stupid so-called Shiite Iranian said this. In which world he's living? Is he living with this actual world which we are living? No. I think he's in England. I'm not sure. I don't remember. First of all, Iran is not one ethnic group. When we talk about the natives there, and the Ishmaelian territory people lived in poverty for a long time, and by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala they will not return back to such poverty. Their resources and oil was stolen from them within the last century in a very terrible, justified through the understanding the devil, but without injustice, a way of injustice. Of course, the Israelite among them, but I don't need to go into this. We got the Holy Land case. If you're calling justice, it's the Persian around Tehran again and again. This Gulf shouldn't be called Persian, and I have explained why they named it Persian Gulf. It's all about many things, authentic things, Muhammad the final messenger, Islam itself, racism, racial discrimination, and understanding that Persia is by the devil, of course. If you're an atheist, it's the same. That the so-called Shiite bring better results to the devil, even from a corrupted normal Muslim community. The so-called Shiite, extreme or corrupted, they bring positive results. And you can see it through the last decades. Now, this pimp Trump is a puppet. End of the story. Now, don't change anything either. He will, of course, change with some things, but wearing or not wearing, and other puppets here and there. The Iranis. So we're talking about Persia, and among the Persians there is Sunnis. Now I need to give it some time here. Among the Persians there is Sunnis. What is the difference between Sunni and Shiite? If you want to call yourself a Shiite, don't call yourself a Muslim, based on their understanding of Shiism. But they will argue in, okay, Sunni Persians, so they are originally from there, and they are persecuted. So they are relating themselves, to Islam, the so-called Shiite, and they have a problem with those who call themselves Sunnis. Don't call yourself exactly like, for example, someone from the Ishmaelian who is calling for, if someone is doing a crime, this is a different story. Now you need to understand how Europe developed itself, and they develop positively or negatively, how things change in all continents. When you go to the Ishmaelian territory, again and again, if someone is calling for liberalism and secularism, don't come to me and say, Tariq, this guy he's from the Ishmaelian, man or woman, and he's calling for secularism. If secularism means that we continue being a consuming animal, allowing the enemy to destroy us, and without giving the Ishmaelian the chance to build a base, then those so-called seculars and so-called liberals who just will bring in slavery by using the word secularism or liberalism need to keep their mouth shut, or they will be considered criminals. This needs a lot of explanation. Of course, so many said, thank God that this is the way it is in the Arabian Peninsula, so that his people won't talk. I curse you for this. When you go to the Iran got Baluchis. The majority of Baluchis are Sunnis. And they are natives in Baluchistan. So we are talking about Baluchistan. So natives in Baluchistan are Sunnis. Okay? Majority of them. And it is the Sunnis in Baluchistan, they are natives, and there is a lot of attempts for independence. The devil doesn't want this independence. I have explained why. The Ahwazis by Sheikh Khazal. He was executed by this devil imposement through the machine called the imperialism, destructive motive, with the motives that the devil wants to impose, aim or goal. And he was executed, and it was granted and given to Iran, to the so-called Iran. So the Ahwazis Sunnis are natives, Kurds. The majority of Kurds are Sunnis. Ishmaelians, if there is Ishmaelians among the Ishmaelians among the Ahwazis, they are natives there. It's there. They are the first to come there since the Torah, talking about certain parts in what's called Iraq right now. Check the Torah. Check the history. Oh, I understand. I have said that it's corrupted and manipulated. I understand. Absolutely corrupted. But not when it's come to things have nothing to do with worship, attitude, and acts. We know where is the Ishmaelians, and we know where the virgins. And where I don't want to go deep. I can give more and talk about this, and others can give more evidence. Okay? So the Kurds are natives in that place, which is under the occupation of the virgins, so-called Shiite virgin. So you can't come to me if you are from Iran, or if you are coming from any certain place. If you don't dare, after 11 September, the inside job and illegal invading to Iraq, don't dare, if you are from Sharqawi from the east, came to us, don't say that Sunnis shouldn't remain in Iraq. This is unacceptable. Will be unacceptable for many reasons. Let's not talk about this. Because we shouldn't talk about this, okay? We shouldn't. Or Syria. So if you are a so-called Shiite from Iran, coming from Persia or some places, don't look at someone like me and say, then if he's from the natives, if the Sunni majority in Saudi Arabia doesn't want Shiite or Gulf State, then there will be no Sunnis in it. No. It's different in Gulf State. Why it's Gulf State? Why the Ishmaelian territory was cut to Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, Emirate, Oman, and big space, Saudi, and part of the Ishmaelian territory is taken and given to Iraq, Jordan, and Sinai as well. And the North Yemeni was given to the majority of this Ishmaelian Saudi contain, and South Yemen was cut in a republic. Historical thing, have something to do with the imperialism, destructive goals, and other dark machines here and there. I think I have explained this, because machines that is older than this machine resulted in creating this machine. And there is machines that they just showed itself, like the so-called Israeli Zionist Jewish freak mamsukh machine. It's after the imperialism, but it's part of it. Okay? It's a dirty building. That's it. It's a dirty building, and building of dark. It's a dirty. dirty structure. Filth. Those who are in the Arabian Peninsula, if he's talking about the Shiite Houthis, they are not like the 12 Imam Shiite. They are different. They are more close to the Sunnis. If he's talking about, and they are in South Yemen, like the Najrani. South Yemen, not even North Yemen, okay? They are more close to the Sunnis, though they are in a different sector. For me, it's a very absolutely crazy sector. There is worse among the so-called Christians, so-called Jews, and so-called Hindus, and so-called Buddhists. Definitely, of course. There's ups and downs here. So we're not talking about the Ishmaelian territory. If he's talking about the Kativis, they are intruders by the race. It's not a matter of their accent that exposed them, and they're trying to hide it. Their names, their culture, their style that is exposing them, and things happened even in the 90s and the 80s, but after 11 September, the inside job, and after question marks through the community there, they start doing a lot. And until now, you can find so many will admit. I don't want to give names. In Kuwait, they're intruders. Came from thousand miles. They came and they settled. In Qatif, in Bahrain, and Emirates, they are intruders. By the race. I am here intruder by the race in England. Yeah. There is common sense and regulation and rules and why I'm here, running away from what, how you're right and things. But when it's come to the culture, this is not my culture. Is that your culture now? This is the process of corrupting it. Don't complain here. Someone will say our Christian culture here in Europe. No, it's corrupted even before the immigrants start coming here. You got nothing to do with Europe before 4 centuries. Everything is changing. Exactly, it's changing the way you want it. But there, you're imposing dark on us. So, capiche? Shut up. And Chinese. I mean, can we give Sinjar, Eastern Turkestan, the Muslims in India, and other things. I mean, and talking about Russia and Chechnya and interference in Syria, I can go on and on and on about things here. Okay, but the main case here is do not compare, do not be provoked. Why he doesn't want any Shiite in Arabia? Because they are kafir. They are not Muslims, first of all. And this is a problem with the acknowledge, the instruction, leave Muhammad the final messenger, of the creator of existence. There shall be no two religions in the Arabian Peninsula. It doesn't mean then we will impose Christianity, and then there will be no, Samir Abdullah, there will be no other religion that except Christianity. And we are trying to comply. Huh? مرتد. We must comply with the rules and Sharia laws then. No, not only you. But there must be Amir, government of Islam. 3 days. What? I am back to Islam now. I am Muslim. Yeah. والله أتذكر واحد اسمه منصور منيف، أعوذ بالله، ما له علاقة بي، ما له علاقة بي فعلا. شو أنت بقول؟ لا يجتمع دونان في جزيرة العرب. أخرجوا المشركين من جزيرة العرب. Kick out those who associate with God, the worship, or the kafir away from the Arabian Peninsula when it's come to being a settling there. Those who call themselves Jews, They worship the wild beast. Tayman, we used to be Tayman. We returned back to our holy land. Your land is the Eastern Europe or in Africa, Flasha, or Russia. What the fuck, or Bergia, you're a guy. What the fuck you doing there? God, Goyim. Hussein, Hussein. Not Hussein, peace be upon him. Sorry, something. Sorry, all of you, all dark groups. So, just to explain to you that there is no comparison between the Ishmaelians, a Sunni Norman Ishmaelian national tribe, and the so-called Shiite in Iran. Putting in mind that they are different ethnicity and authentic cause. Yes. Okay? Do you understand me? We're talking. Talking is good. I talk to you and I explain to you. Okay? I explain to you. I explain to you the truth. Leave me off. Nothing to do with me. We're talking. I explain to you. Shouldn't be angry. Should understand the truth. Back off. Back off. You don't want this? May Allah, the creator of atom and everything, curse you and destroy you for what you're saying, you, against my interest in this life and against my right to live free as a human being with justice. I want to say something about additional thing about comparing between the so-called jihad in Iran, no Sunnis, but I don't want to say it. I won't say it. So it's different. They are intruders. They come, okay, the so-called jihad. I don't want you to do this video, please. The so-called jihad, they are what? Originally not from the Ishmaelians. No, they are not. Of course, some of them. Qatif, Qatafan, here. No, they are not. They are intruders from Asia. We're all equal. You in your house, me in my house. A century. Our money is stolen. Our oil. We run away from our soul. I can't return back. Because there is a lot of dark machine creating a bad thing there. In the United States of it, no. In the Ishmaelian land, yeah.